Hello everyone. So of course, this is probably not something you'd normally see me posting, considering the fact that this account my YouTube account has been kind of dead. But I have been feeling like I should probably post on here a little bit more, considering the fact that I really cannot breathe on TikTok without someone who's kind of against me coming out of nowhere and reminding me of something I don't want to be reminded of. Of course, as I'm sure a few of you know, that I have been a part of some drama. I started some drama. 100 fucking percent on accident. Um, okay. And of course, it's kind of been draining my mental health a little bit. Sure, you may not think that anyone would really care considering the circumstances or whatever the word is, but I do at least hope someone is out there who, actually gives a shit about this and actually figures that what is happening is probably not even a good idea, considering, my age, as I'm sure most of you on this account know. But, it's not exactly something I'd normally do. But, of course, I thought I'd just make this video just for people to maybe get a better image of who I am instead of just going off of what the media says. Of course, this will not totally 100% be forced upon you for you to, take every last inch of your day to try and figure out what I mean by some of these things or what I'm trying to say, but of course, it would be a great pleasure if you would do so. I will be trying to post a little bit more as much as I used to, but, having 3 different things to do at once, it's kind of hard. Of course, since lately, as I'm sure some of you know that come from my YouTube account here in YouTube to my TikTok account, I'm sure some of you know about my AU called Paul Park, and I thought I'd make one of the designs, or at least an OC that I've created to fit the storyline better while I talk to you. So the main idea of this video is really just for people to get to know me a little bit better. Of course, again, this is not exactly a requirement, but it would be a great pleasure if someone just took the time out of their day to properly watch this video and understand me better. Of course, I should probably begin with actually talking instead of just rambling about this. So, of course, as I'm sure you may know, as at least a few of you know, I'm looking at a couple of you, of course, that I kind of have a bit of an obsession with this character in Hell Park called Hell Park. Well, he isn't from Hell Park, he's from South Park. But, as I was saying, Hell Park Pocket. I'm sure some of you know I'm kind of obsessed with him because of that's literally what I roleplay as here on YouTube. On TikTok, I don't really roleplay as much as I used to, but I still kind of do it every now and then. Kind of, yes. And, I'm pretty sure some of you have seen, because most of you, I'm sure, have my TikTok account. And, well, you will kind of know about my slight obsession with Hell Park Pocket and some of the stuff I used to post about him. One of the videos I deleted on my new account, but will probably re-upload one day because pure boredom. But of course, for any of you thinking I actually have an attraction like him like that, it's not true. For whoever may have said that or thinks that, it's not true. It's just something I do for fun. And of course, it's nothing serious or to be taken serious. Of course, people are going to take things serious because, majority of the safe for work part of the Hill Park community is just they go buck wild on every single time there's something from the NSFW side. But of course, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, it's not really true, but if for those of you who don't really know what I'm talking about, I used to post some very rather sexual things about him. I don't know. It's hard to remember considering the fact that I haven't really done this in a good while, and that's, I suppose, a good thing, but it's kind of the only thing that kept me insane well, I have been seeing, I guess, posting inappropriate, I guess, things about him, like calling him my husband. Of course, that's something I just did as a flat out joke and not something to be really taken serious. I really do wish that no one actually took that seriously for anyone who's seen anything of it. Of course, for anyone who has my TikTok account and also my YouTube here, and have been kind of uncomfortable about that. I'm sorry for that. I won't really be doing that anymore, but my obsession with him is still gonna be large because, like, he's just a silly Billy. Of course, yeah. Anyways, um, yeah, I forget what I was gonna say. Hold on. Yeah, so another thing I must note about myself is, you know, there's something you may or may not have seen about me before, and that is like, my strange but very visible drop in sanity. I don't know if some of you guys have been seeing my most recent community posts or anything, or even been checking up on them, but I have been kind of growing a bit of an obsession with someone I know as Max and or Scott. I don't know what to call them, but I mostly knew them as Scott for a good while, and I'm still calling them Max. But yeah, I've been kind of growing obsessed with them. But they used to kind of ish be my friend, kind of. I'm not saying we were, cause that kind of be forcing something upon them that I'm pretty sure they don't want. But of course, yeah. Um, I do in fact have found their YouTube account. I'm not really stalking it or anything. I just have it for gets and shiggles, I suppose. If you see this, Max, beware because uh um I don't know, but I'm not trying to threaten you or anything. Anyways, moving on. Um, yeah. There's a lot of things that I've kind of ish been known for anyone who hasn't really known much of me. Of course, for anyone who has my new TikTok account, considering the fact that my old one got banned, because apparently someone reported me for, being underage, and most of you do, in fact, know I am a very young minor. And another, but a most utmost beautiful thing I might note is that, despite me being a minor, I may or may not have just a little bit of um notice on what I'm doing and the possible consequences, but most of it started out as something as, I did unaware that it would cause consequences. Of course, for some of you that don't know, I have drawn some feline and SOW artworks that kind of sparked a zoophile accusation against me, but in reality, no, I am not a zoophile, for any of you wondering. I'm not a zoophile. I've always kind of hated zoophiles, so technically this little claim of this was kind of an insult. I'm not entirely sure exactly why people would think I'm a zoophile because of something I drew. Because, well, sure, it may seem weird, or what I'm about to say is like an excuse. I don't really have good, like, structural or an idea of how to draw humans. Like, I never really have, and that's kind of, I'd say, an issue for me and a few people that know me. Um, like, I don't know, Luna, who I also have the YouTube account of, because Discord, and also other things, that I don't feel like naming right now because I'm too lazy, and yeah, of course, but yeah, as I was saying, I have been known for other things too, like how I used to do role playing on this YouTube account and my TikTok account, my old TikTok account at least. Um, and that's just, what I went off of, a bit of sometimes role playing, sometimes being a little out of character. Then I started just being full on out of character because I kind of lost interest in role playing as Helper Pip. For good reason, but I still kind of go by Pip for anyone who's, well, kind of wondering. Also, on here I mostly would go by Pocket, but um, I don't really care what you call me anymore. You can even call me that very special name people have gifted me. I don't think I'm allowed to say it here because, YouTube is kind of strict, but, um, yeah, for those of you who have my TikTok know damn well what I'm talking about. If you don't have my TikTok, then, I'm sorry. But, yeah. The most reoccurring problem I have been having lately, kind of, is, my constant drops in mental sanity. Uh, it's not really like a bad thing, I suppose, but I don't know. I have been having lots of every now and then, like little drops and then pick me ups of mental sanity or help. But um, yeah, I don't know. Of course, this is something I don't know how to explain it, but it is something I've been having to deal with. I'm currently trying to like better myself, get this drama over with. Everyone just like, leave me alone, drop the subject entirely. Have any, I don't know, probably this won't be done, but maybe any videos about me that have been posted, um, like all like the claims and allegations against me or whatever. It's it's kind of fun, I guess. Jesus Christ. Um, yes, I will be doing lots of fucking doodles here. Uh, but here we are. Yeah, there's been a lot of allegations against me, but I will just be kind of going around about the stronger ones the ones I feel that are really strong and would probably cause a lot of people to, hate me. But yeah, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but I don't think I have like the room and or mental capacity or motivation to do so. But yeah, I do in fact like to spend my time doing dumb things if I'm bored. I will in fact, I don't know, every now and then probably snap at a few people. I used to be very patient, but I guess my patience just been turned into a threat thanks to all this drama. I I didn't really think that the drama would spark so high that I have a lot of people who used to be like, trying to help me more, whatever, kind of flat out against me. They kind of know who they are, and yeah, if you see this, I literally do not care, nor will I really hate you for it. I forgive you, even if you kind of went out of your way to go against me. I literally do not care, like at all. But yeah, it's a little something something about me you may not have guessed. Sure, this video kind of makes me sound like I'm just rambling about next to nothing and then just drawing. It's kind of hard to talk when you're focusing on one thing and also trying to focus on another. But as I was saying, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. Like I said earlier, much in this video, or not much earlier, but as I said much earlier, not much, I don't know. But yeah. I have heard that lately there's been an allegation against me claiming that I'm a pro shitter. I am not actually, believe it or not. And the valid quote unquote proof about this is basically me saying in the bio of my new used and more commonly used TikTok account is I used to ship an adult OC and a child OC. This was kind of before I knew anything about like pro shipping and that was like bad or anything, so no, I am not a pro shipper. Please do not hate me or even believe that allegation. So yeah, that's kind of been debunked ish. I don't know. People will kind of believe it if they don't really see this video because no one really cares about anything. But who fucking cares? Or no even knows. But yeah. I don't really exactly have a list of the things I have on me right now. I do, in fact, actually do have it. Actually, I do, but it's buried somewhere deep in my gallery. But of course, I'm just gonna go off of my memory, and I might mention something that has nothing to really do with the drama, but for me it does. There are a few select people. Oh, and considering the fact that I'm drawing designs and stuff for my AU, let's talk about something that has been revolving around my AU, and that is apparently gay erasure. For those of you who probably don't really know, from something I've done with like the ship chart of my AU Paul Park, is that I technically kind of quote unquote did gay erasure for shipping a female and a male character together. You want to know who I'm talking about right now? Fucking Tweak and Rebecca. One, it's kind of weird if you ask me. Sure, yes, it kind of can be something held accountable, but it's I don't know. It's something that's kind of been a problem for a few people. No, I was not trying to do gay erasure or anything at all. This is mostly revolving around the fact that I also made Tweak and Craig bisexuals. Let me get the ship chart real quick. Hold on. Here we go. So, just to clear things up a little bit, if you're unsure of what's going on here, or some of the names, where is it? Where the fuck is it? Well, somewhere in here. It's kind of talking about, like, I don't know, somewhere in the ship chart that I can't seem to see right now, but it is in here in the ship chart that I put Tweak, Craig, and Rebecca together. I accidentally put 4 fingers. Well, then accidentally. It's just a little, like, rare pair, I guess. Oh, here we go. So, each character here is... So, the first... Okay, let's clear things up. So, this one here is Tweak. Ground Fur is Tweak. Because I changed the names up to, kind of fit, like, the Warriors theme more. And if some of you don't know, I'm trying to get, like, a crossover between Warriors and South Park for this AU. Cotton Fur is Rebecca, and Star Nose is, you guessed it, Craig, because stars. And a lot of people headcanon him as, like, a space guy. I think he is kind of a space guy. I don't know. It's a common headcanon I've seen before. And because of this, like, poly relationship, and the fact that I made goddammit, Craig and Tweak bisexuals. Hold on, someone's coming downstairs. Hi, Dad. Sorry about that, my dad came downstairs. As I was saying, whatchamacallit, the relationship that I made here in Paul Park, with Rebecca, Tweak, and Craig in it, some people, a few select people, I don't know who, but someone started it, and then a couple other people decided to agree with them. I don't know, their gender identity. Sorry. Oof, lower body pain. And whatchamacallit, it's, also a reason why they probably said that is because, I made Craig and Tweak bisexuals. If you don't know, I'm kind of basing Craig and Tweak off of, like, the earlier seasons, when they were, not in a relationship. I mean, I do understand that Craig is canon, but I just don't really ship it. I do respect the shippers, I just don't really ship it or anything. But, yeah. I don't really ship it. I guess that still counts as shipping Craig, I don't know. But, yeah. But no, I'm not trying to do, like, any kind of gay erasure or anything. It's just something I did for, to, like, fit the theme of my AU more. Sure, it's not really an ideal thing, but, I mean, I do know a frick ton of people who like Hell Park, and if you're, and I'm pretty sure most of you in this video right now know what Hell Park is. If you don't, it's basically a AU that someone named Wire made. It was canceled due to a lot of allegations and drama against it. It has been debunked, yes, all the allegations and whatever, but it's still been canceled. It's not going to be really returning from what I know. But it is really good AU. You can read it on Tumblr. You should definitely go check it out if you don't really know what Hell Park is. But yeah, as I was saying, Yeah, one of the ships in the park is, you know, um, ow, Craig X, Thomas, yes, Craig and Thomas. That's one of the ships. I forgot the name for it. I don't know. I'm not gonna really say it right now, 'cause I'm lazy. But yeah, some people kind of got mad by that, and I suppose that there was also a gay erasure, kind of thing there. I don't know. But yeah, I would hear it's kind of like the same thing, except like, Craig and Tui got still together. Also, I think people might. I think the main reason why people are saying that, like, I'm trying to do gay erasure or whatever that means, is like because of this ship. But no, not really. Sorry, my IBS paint froze. But yeah, a few other namely ships that are gonna appear later in the storyline. When we actually get this like AU into full swing, it's gonna be a bit of a surprise for a few people, but yeah, it's random rare pairs I made up for myself, or rare pairs that already exists, and I just wasn't really aware of it. Yeah, of course this is but yeah, um, I'm probably just gonna talk about myself more as a person. Yeah, yeah, a person who's known for many bad things has a life. Whoa. Yeah, I actually do have a life myself. I do kind of deal with a few things behind the screen, which I don't really want to name for personal reasons and privacy. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, for whatever you know me as, whether it be bad or good, I do in fact have a life. I do know what I'm doing with myself, and hopefully where I'm gonna go one day. I might not really get anywhere in life, but who knows? Maybe one day in the future I'll be free from the drama and everything will be okay. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I'm just gonna talk about myself more as a person, someone who actually lives, breathes, and eats. Because not the media isn't always correct about everything. Which I'm sure a lot of people are aware of. Because yeah. Um this is rather beautiful. Nice. Yeah, my AU, as I'm probably gonna mention this a lot, was mostly just something I wanted to start as for fun, you know. And I didn't actually think I was gonna get really serious about the AU, and then end up making a whole ass server dedicated to like the making of it or whatever. You know, I have a few select people already, kind of ready for making this AU plans. Yeah. This is kind of a big surprise for a lot of people, but I do have lots of freaking struggles with, representing myself or whatever, It's by now I hoped it was like an obvious thing, but I suppose people are weird, I guess. They take whatever the media says about a person, and that's what they kind of dedicate their whole life to, believing whatever said about the said person. It kind of bugs me a little bit because that's exactly what's kind of happening with me. Except there are a few select people that I know. Thank you for actually listening and getting to try and know me and stuff. Who actually took the time out of their lives and or day to understand me a little bit better, Like, don't just go off what the media says about me. Actually get to know me as a person. And that's what kind of makes, I guess, life beautiful and reminds me that there is still goodness in this world. Of course, if you do see this video and you're the select people I'm talking about, thank you for doing what you can to try and understand me better as a person and not just what the media tells people about me. Now let's go off on a much more sweeter note and not just straight up talk about the drama and or me. maybe let's discuss a little bit about my AU and what I really plan for in the future. This, of course, considering the fact that I am young, but, you know, I do things myself. I have a bit of a life. No, I don't have a job, but I do know where I'm going in life. I have things like school, um, actually friends, surprise, surprise for a few of you, eh? But yeah. It's not exactly easy to maintain myself in school, considering the fact that, you know, my stress levels go really, really high very, very quickly in that building. And considering the fact that things run the way things run in there, it's also not easy. Also, yeah. It's not exactly easy to have two things on your paws. Or hands, whatever. I don't know what to call them anymore. Well, like one for me, trying to take care of myself, trying to take care of myself around in school and whatever. It's not easy for me. Life isn't easy at all, I mean. So that's a fair. So I guess that's kind of why things are getting a little bit hard for me. But I don't really give up that easily as much as I used to. Like I can just, I'll keep trying. I'll just keep pushing. You know. No matter what, I'll get somewhere hopefully. But who knows? I might not. Um, I do in fact try to be a better person, but some people just don't really feel like acknowledging that, nor do they really care. And I guess that's a good thing because they don't really know much about me. The only thing they really know is my name, probably my dead name, and other stuff. You know, probably not my actual approximate location, but somewhere close to it at least. Yeah, don't ask why I mentioned that. A few people have been, someone has been saying that they'll dox me if I get back together with a certain person. And speaking of that, I don't know if some of you know this, but on my TikTok, I have been kind of discussing something that, kind of got me into a relationship, something related to a actual pro ship. Which, of course, is me with a cough cough 14-year-old. And yeah, I'm pretty sure most of you know my actual age and the fact that I am a minor. So yeah, that's kind of a bad thing, a really bad thing, and yeah, it's not really an easy, smart thing to go around, but yeah, people really kind of, I guess, quote unquote, are concerned about me, when in reality, I'm pretty sure they're just saying that to make you feel comfortable about them and probably open up to them. It's not, trust isn't something very easily given for me, but I pretend like it is. Fridge. I suppose people just take advantage of the fact that I'm a minor and probably will forgive very easily, but, you know, you have to be very careful with your words, if you want me to stay and actually, you know, be like a friend or something. But who knows, because I can't control people, nor can people really control me. It's, I suppose, a smart thing, I guess you could say, but it also kind of isn't, considering all the circumstances and the possible, what's the word, consequences. It's kind of something, I guess you could say. It's, well, fridge. I don't know not exactly sure how to describe it, but one way I simply can is just saying that, yeah, I don't know. Circumstances, consequences, it's kind of a bad thing. I know what I'm doing or have done was wrong. I acknowledge that. Now I finally understand, got a good picture of it. And anyone really against me sometimes, I hope you can at least every now and then try to explain something to me in a level of my understanding, considering the fact that majority of them are about older than me, like let's like 4 to 6 years. Yes, there's someone who was 16 years old and really against me. It's also someone that's like 14 now and against me. It's funny, really. It's really funny considering the fact that they're kind of mad at just a minor. I'm not trying to say that to be rude or anything, but like there is something you could do better with your life, like trying to focus on whatever you want to do with yourself in the future. Maybe working in a job if your country even allows it. I don't know. I know someone who lives in the UK and has a job at like 14, so yeah. The UK is a very strange place. But as I was saying, yeah. It's, certainly is something when you think about it, but, I don't know. Carbonation dioxide. Anyways, yeah. There isn't really much to say other than the fact that, I do deal with stuff myself behind the screen, and just, I'm not, someone who spends their time on a device. Every now and then I do manage to get my chance, go out, touch grass, breathe fresh air. I'm not someone who just stands stuck inside a house doing absolutely nothing with my life. I do things, and I have control over myself. Which I'm pretty sure few select people don't. Of course, I'm not trying to name any names here. I may change a few names just for the sake of privacy, because I'm not a bitch like that. Maybe I am a bit of a bitch, but not like that. I do tend to have my mood swings, so yeah. I do deal with lady things I probably shouldn't at this age, but it's whatever considering what types of genes I have. Um, Puerto Rican, of course, if you don't know, which kind of, I suppose, a normal thing of our genes, like, growing up or dealing with puberty earlier in our lives, so, yeah. My life has in fact been changing a lot since this drama started. Maybe I have been starting to get a better picture of some of the few people, a part of this drama from what I've known of them. Talking to them every now and then. Not all of them, but a few of them. Or at least when I used to talk to them. A few of them don't even interact with me anymore. Because, reasons I don't really feel like naming for the sake of privacy and my sanity. And really, it's kind of frustrating sometimes, you let someone, you open up to someone, and then, they completely leave you. Just disappear at the face of verse. This, of course, as I said much earlier in this video, I will try to be more active, here on YouTube, posting videos, providing you guys content, so, you guys don't get bored of me and then end up leaving just out of the clear blue, but, yeah. I mean, if you do leave, I really do not care, because, it's your choice. I can't, keep you here forever. But, yeah, it would be very much grateful if someone just, decide to stay one day. Despite everything, which a lot of people that I've seen have been doing. It's for those who actually have been staying despite everything, I thank you very deeply. It's rather of a surprise, I suppose, but there's not really much for me to talk about anymore, but I will probably, give you guys updates on anything, about the drama, where we are getting, I suppose. People can, in fact, try and use this video against me or whatever, but in reality, it's basically just me trying to talk to people. This may or may not be inspired by somebody, but who knows. I suppose I'll see you a lot one day in the future, happy and stuff, like me. Hopefully one day I'll be happy. It's a strange way to really end off this video, considering the majority of it was just me rambling about my AU, myself, and a bit of the drama. But of course, I will see you a lot one day in the future, like I always do. I'm just gonna quickly finish up this drawing real quick. You just enjoy a moment of silence, I suppose.